is the monochord for? Do you want to tune it? Can I have long fingernails? Hi, I'm Joule L'Adara, Creative and Community Director of We Play Well Together. I'm also a sound artist and vocalist, founder of Sounding Circles, and have enjoyed a 10+ year partnership with the feeltone company. Feeltone is the maker of these beautiful instruments, the Monochords, and they're based in northern Germany. We Play Well Together is the exclusive North American distributor for feeltone. So if you're wanting a feeltone instrument and you live in the USA or Canada, all of the feeltone instruments will come through We Play Well Together. In other territories, there are other distributors, or for those in Europe, you can buy directly from feeltone. But wherever you're buying your monochord, all of this information on how to choose the perfect instrument for you will apply. So what is a monochord? A monochord is a reinvention of an ancient instrument. So a true monochord technically is a single string strung over a resonating body. But the contemporary monochords that are made by many different manufacturers are more of a monotone and technically a polychord because they have many different strings. But those different strings are tuned to all the same note or one or two different notes. And so they are a drone instrument, and this is dronal music. And so you're just playing the same note over and over and over again, and that creates a beautiful meditative space. But the phenomenon of the monochord is that because you have these different strings that are tuned to the same note, when you bring them into resonance by playing them in a particular way, a smooth, regular pattern, the individual harmonics, the notes within the notes of each string will start to amplify. So with every note there is a fundamental tone, and then there is a first harmonic, a second harmonic, third, and it goes on and on up into this spiral until it is out of the human hearing range. So there are these different notes that are contained within one note, and usually they all blend together and they create what's called the timbre or the color of the sound. But with the monochord, when you have all of these strings playing the same note and you activate them using certain techniques, then what happens after a couple minutes of playing is that those harmonics start to separate out and become distinguishable. So instead of the sound all blending together, you start to hear these melodies, these pure bell-like tones that almost sound like a voice, that are creating these cascades of harmonics over the drone. So there's really a lot happening, and the listener is entranced by these beautiful sounds and the soundscape that is undulating and changing. You're experiencing complexity with all of these different sounds playing and layering around each other, but then at the same time you have predictability because the notes are always the same. So it simultaneously creates a safe container, but then a dissolving of boundaries. And it can be a really transformational experience to hear the monochord. Now, the feeltone line of monochords has this boat-like shape, and that is because they were designed to be placed on the body. So when you are having it played on you, you not only hear these beautiful harmonics and overtones, you feel the tone through physical resonance with the physical body. And these sounds are deeply relaxing. They entrain the inner rhythms into deeply relaxed states and to altered states of consciousness, where you have access to more of the creative flow, your deeper inner knowings, and people have very, very profound experiences listening and receiving these sounds. So now, who is the monochord for and who is it not for? The monochord could be really for anybody. You could buy it for yourself to have as a beautiful centerpiece in your home. You can actually play it on yourself. Playing it on the stand will give you soothing vibrations. It's an enjoyment, it's a meditation just to play it. So anyone can own these instruments, anyone can play them. They're also powerful tools for sound healing, sound meditation, sound facilitation, and they can work in a group space, they can accompany yoga classes, they provide deep relaxation, they can be used in transformational sound journeys. They can be used by music therapists, sound therapists, massage therapists, psychotherapists. So many different kinds of therapy can be enhanced by the use of the monochord. And there are some pluses to the monochord. They're really lightweight. Even the super big ones are not heavy to carry. So if you're someone who is schlepping instruments a lot, the monochord is great compared to big metal instruments like the handpans or gongs. And even the big ones you can put in a cart and roll them, and they're not heavy. They're not so breakable as crystal singing bowls, so if you have ever broken a crystal singing bowl, you know what a tragedy it is. It's broken and it can never be fixed. With monochords, usually they can be mended if they are broken. Now, there are a couple of things to keep in mind if you're thinking about buying a monochord. For one thing, you have to tune it. It is a stringed instrument, comes with a tuning key and a tuning device, and we give you a little tutorial on how to tune it. But it's something that you have to maintain regularly. How often you have to tune it really depends upon your environment. If there are a lot of temperature, pressure fluctuations, that is going to make the wood expand and contract and the strings tighten or loosen. So you may need to tune it more or less often. And you really need to learn how to tune it yourself. It's not like a piano where you can pay a professional tuner to come tune it every 6 months, because it's going to need maintenance tuning very often. And you're also going to want to develop your ear to be able to hear, is it in tune or not, and adjust it on the go yourself, just as if you were a guitar player or a string player. So there are a lot of strings, and you might want to keep that in mind. Do you want to maintain this instrument? Do you want to tune it? It's like a plant. You get it and you have to water it and give it fertilizer now and then and care for it. That's a little bit different than fixed pitch instruments like gongs or crystal singing bowls. Those are always in tune. The monochord needs a little bit of care. So consider if that's something that you want to commit to. Another question I get a lot is, can I have long fingernails and play the monochord? Not really. I mean, you can have long fingernails, but those long fingernails are really going to limit what you can do on the monochord. Just like with piano players, if you have long fingernails, it's going to go clickety-clack on the keys. So same with the monochord. When you're strumming it, you can only strum with a really flat hand, and it doesn't make as much sound. To be able to vary the sound, you want to be able to curve the fingers back and forth. And if you curve and then your fingernails come into play, it's going to sound not so beautiful and certainly not meditative. So if you're willing to have short nails, then I would say this instrument is for you. If you're not, you may want to reconsider. You can have color on your nails. I have pretty colors on mine and I like fashion nails, but they have to be short and you have to maintain them short if you want to play this instrument regularly. Sorry, that's just just the way it is. In the US market, feeltone is the #1 brand for monochords, and you get them only through us. We play well together, whether that's through us directly or through one of our stores or distributors that we work with through wholesale accounts. Usually you can place your order and receive your monochord within a week or so. That's a pretty fast turnaround compared to any other brand. You also receive lovely accessories, the tuner, the tuning key, chopsticks if you want to play your monochord percussively, which you can, extra strings in case you break a string, the bridges for the melody notes, a template for how to put the bridges in, and a booklet. And if you need help tuning your instrument or setting it up the first time, we offer assistance and great customer service. Most importantly, however, we have a community. We have a monochord meetup that meets once a month, and it's free, so you can meet other monochord players. You can also share what you do so that we can know about you and your world. There are one-on-one trainings available for purchase if you need some more personal help. We have group online monochord trainings.
So here we are for our evening, and we're going to start the Q&A. Blended as nice as this one, or this one where I've got the low and the high all on the same side.
And we have the in-person retreat, The Secrets of the Monochord, which is a 2.5-day training. So check out We Play Well Together to look for the latest dates, or send us an email and we'll let you know when the next one is coming up. We hope that this helped, and we hope that you will come be a part of our community. Be sure to tag at We Play Well Together on your social posts. We love to reshare, and we love to see all the innovative, cool things that